tower makes Blackpool immediately recognisable. But it takes more than just one attraction, however famous, to bring holidaymakers back in their millions year after year, generation after generation. Blackpool's famous Golden Mile. It got its name because it was just a mile from the town's railway station to Blackpool Tower, with lots of places along the way for the crowds to spend their holiday savings. Well, the station has moved, but as you can see, the spending goes on. About 17 million visitors come to Blackpool every year. That's more than travel to Greece and all its islands. So here is Blackpool, as ever was. It's bucking the trend that now sees more than half of British holidaymakers choosing to go abroad, so somewhat cheekily, it declared independence last month as the self-styled Principality of Fun. But there was a serious point too. An increasing number of Blackpool's visitors are day trippers, and it needs to encourage more to stay longer. It has 120,000 holiday beds, far more than in any other British resort. But if you want the inside track on Blackpool's tourism, ask someone at the sharp end, a seaside landlady.
I think you need a great sense of humour. You definitely need a sense of humour. I think people come with an attitude to enjoy themselves.
Hello.
Hello.
Good smell in here. Got some cod?
Yes.
Yes, I like some cod and a few chips. And what about mushy peas? I'm in the north.
Oh, yeah.
Eating out in Blackpool usually means the chippy, while a night on the town can be just a walk up one of the 3 piers. With famous venues like the Winter Gardens still going strong, alongside newer clubs and discos, the nights really are as lively as the days. Just about the only traditional seaside entertainment not encouraged here is swimming in the sea. Although the water should meet EC standards by January 1996, a recent guide to British resorts, which rated Blackpool as the best along the Lancashire and Merseyside coastline, also failed its beaches badly for water quality. Go, it simply says, but don't swim. But Blackpool does have attractive alternatives to the sea. Right on the promenade, this complex has fun pools for the family in a temperature fixed at a tropical 84 degrees. They used the local seawater for this marine life centre across the road, but cleaned it up before they put the fish in. Plus, a dramatic display of how we should try and get along with all the creatures of the deep.
Here comes a little white-tipped shark. He's very nosy and he's coming for a look.
There's also an underwater attraction among the variety on offer at the tower. Unlike the Eiffel in Paris, Blackpool's tower came complete with built-in entertainment. The Tower Ballroom with the famous Wurlitzer organ still inspires 500,000 dancers every summer. And while they're twirling around the floor from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m, there's also lots to amuse the children. There are 11 attractions in all, and the tower's even got its own circus big top. But when the sun comes out, the youngsters still head for the beach, just as so many of their parents still head for Blackpool when summer comes. With the M55 on its doorstep and British Rail delivering more than 1.25 million visitors a year, Blackpool is already well off for transport links. But there's a bonus: the trams. Now, this lovely tram only comes out for 2 months of the year, in the autumn, when it's lit up as part of the famous illuminations. But there are other trams running all year along the promenade. You can buy a travel card, which is a very good deal. It covers transport on all the local buses, as well as the trams, right along the coast. Well, I'm going to the end of the line on this tram, and that's to Fleetwood. So I'll see you there after the break.
That's 4. You have 2 aniseed 6, 2 pineapple 8.
Less than 12 miles from Blackpool, Fleetwood has a completely different atmosphere and a very popular market.
Well, I'll put it in the carrier for you. There you are.
Right,
thank you very much indeed. All in my bag and bag of found.
Well, the marketplace is the major attraction here, but all the peace and quiet on the front makes a nice change from the noise and the bustle of Blackpool itself. If you stay for a few days or more in Blackpool, it's well worth the tram ride to see Fleetwood.
It's good to get away to something quieter, but Blackpool does keep drawing you back.
Blackpool centenary, wish you were here with me. Blackpool's my kind of town. When I was small, Dad took us all for a trip to Blackpool town. And now I'm told with children small, I'm gonna take them all to Blackpool. I'm going back.
Welcome to the Pleasure Beach, only there is no beach, there's no sand. What there is here is a vast array of fairground rides and stores. Now, it's always, of course, been best known for its white knuckle rides, but there is something here for all members of the family. Thanks so much. Aren't I a lucky girl?
There's plenty to keep young children amused. And for those of us who would rather keep our hearts out of our mouths, many of the rides put more emphasis on fun than fear. But the popularity of the latest white knuckle ride, the big one, has prompted the Pleasure Beach to open for the first time during the winter. Just weekends until the new year, though.
How are you? Me and Moo are all right, just about. That's a good memento. Have a very happy time. Bye-bye, thanks. Come on, Moo, let's go and get dried off, shall we? Now, the Tourist Board has designated 1995 as the year of the family, so look out for special family events and special deals for families with hotel and holiday companies. The secret of Blackpool's success is that it's always managed to keep changing with the times without losing its real character, so that people who come here as children keep coming back.